Hey guys, welcome to the second episode of Just the Other Day. Got a lot to cover today. Jesus, it's been a very crazy week. But first, obviously, got to get through the two sponsors that we have. We have, obviously, Illinois Leatherworks, the fucking awesomest handmade leather stuff you're ever going to get. Again, we don't have a pre-roll yet for them, so we'll get that going, but I got to mention it,
But we will soon.
Yeah, it's a sponsor, but for sure, I got to mention the fact that Zach, hooks it up when he needs to hook it up. So, for listeners of this podcast, just comment or whatever. I'll have the Facebook link in the description for Illinois Leatherworks. If you mention the podcast, you get 15% off your first order. Second one is Evil Intentions Haunted House. It's where we work. I do electrical as well as some acting. But, this whole entire thing would not be possible if it wasn't for the Evil Intentions Haunted House and the owner and the few people that I just truly appreciate and love there a lot, even such so, I fucking stole a handful of coasters from those people. Because, you know what? I gotta have some Evil Intentions coasters for my podcast.
That's about
I got these
that we have.
I got these really cool ones here that are like vinyl records. But you know what? I was like, that's cool for me. But for the guests, fucking gotta have some, brand loyalty.
Oh, what's this? Evil Intentions. Coasters.
Alright, so let's just Jesus Christ.
Yeah, should we just get to the point?
Alright, so we talked about that kid AJ last week.
5 years old. Let's remember that. He was 5.
So last time, we talked about how he was missing and we suspected his parents did it. I want to clarify a few things. I don't like that people think negatively of someone like me, just anybody in general who thinks negatively of a person, of the parents. When you say nasty comments or you say things like, they did it, I got a lot of negative feedback for saying shit like that. And it's it's not very fair to me because I'm a parent. And I don't care that everybody reacts differently to situations. If your kid goes missing, you're not like, hey guys, my kid's missing. Yeah, should probably get here. No. So I'm going to be the first to be like, screw you people, they fucking did it.
Yeah, I mean, I knew right away that they had something to do with the fact that he was missing. And it just seems fishy from the beginning.
Yeah, we prepped up some of the the DCFS cases, or not cases, but the reports and stuff. But first, I just wanted to play the 911 call
because it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's not. It's
I'm almost not kidding when it's just yeah, my kid's missing.
Yeah, it's the most
empty. I know empty gesture would be the wrong word to use, but it's fucking. There's no meaning behind what this dude says.
There's no sense of urgency to. If your child was missing, you would be freaking out. You would be in a state of panic. And in this 911 call, there is no sense of urgency. There is no panic. It's just monotone.
All right, so let's make sure this is good here.
911, what's the address of your emergency? Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
We have a missing child. Woke up this morning and he wasn't.
How old is the child?
Yeah, missing child.
Yeah, how old is he?
He's 5.
Okay, I want to say something. I actually only heard the first 30 seconds of this, which not even because it's 22 seconds in. I don't even think I heard that part, or I wasn't paying attention. But it's just a little odd when he's like, "How old?" It's a missing child. What?
Yeah,
yeah, you said that, dude.
Right. I'm asking you how old he is.
You sound more nervous than worried.
Right.
What was he last seen wearing?
A Mario, blue long sleeve sweatshirt and a black sweatpants.
And is he male white?
Yes.
We don't even need to play the rest, really.
No, I think you should.
Why? Is it?
I think you should because he tells some details that don't make sense.
Okay. It just seems like it'd be rambling.
Can you pause it? So in the report that when they reported him missing, it said that they had last seen him the night before around 9 p.m. Like at bedtime. He just said that the little boy was wearing a blue Mario sweatshirt and sweatpants.
Right.
Who wears a sweatshirt to bed?
A lot. That's hearsay.
I mean, sweatpants. I get it. You know, the boys go to sleep in sweatpants all the time, but a sweatshirt, like, it wasn't cold enough to where he needed to wear a sweatshirt. I mean, they also didn't have heat, but still.
Wow, what a shock. I know, like, such little details about this besides the fact that they're pieces of shit. Like, it's just ridiculous. What I was gonna say is, yeah, no, the whole, like, sweatshirt, that doesn't, you know, that's, what I would be more curious about is, obviously, spoiler alert, they fucking found his body, like, the kid was murdered by his parents. So, like, I would be curious as if he was actually found with,
What they said that he was wearing.
With those clothes on, you know.
Yeah, I wonder.
Because would not so much the word smart is like such the bad word, but would you be wise enough to not tell the right, or to, like, you know,
Yeah.
like how do you, if you know you're gonna lie?
Right.
All right, I'll play it and then we'll go over some details.
When was the last time you seen him?
Last night, probably 9:30, when he went to bed.
Okay. Are you the father?
Yes.
Yes. Do you know where you met him when?
No. We've canvassed the neighborhood. I went to the local park, the local gas station.
No, you didn't.
No, hold on. We have a 4 and 6-year-old, as mentioned on the last episode. The first place I'm looking is not the local parks, is not the gas stations, is not like, no. Maybe if they were a little bit older, I would give them the freedom to go to their friends' houses and stuff, and that'd be cool. But, like, at this age, they don't have any friends in the neighborhood, so I'd immediately just be like, fucking police here right now. While the police are talking to my wife, I can go looking, that's cool, but, like, you just need to get the authorities involved. It's like the every second you wait is another second that you're not finding your kid.
And let's talk about the fact that when this call was made at 9 in the morning. Thursday morning.
Okay.
9 a.m. You're telling me you looked before you called the police?
Oh yeah, see, I don't know if he said it so far, or if
No, he's going to.
That what time it is?
Kind
Down
of.
here where we sometimes take them to buy treats. I spoke with the assistant principal over there at the school where the park is, and they haven't seen Kim or any other child. I have no idea where he would be.
Okay. So you put him to bed last night, so he was in his pajamas, and then when you tried to get him for school, he wasn't there, and then you looked around for a bit?
Yes.
Yeah, that's just.
Have you checked everywhere, like under tables or in closets?
Closets, the basement, the garage, everywhere.
Okay. What's your child's name?
Andrew, last name Friend. We call him AJ.
Trend is T-R-E-N-D?
Freeund.
Was any of the doors open?
No. I mean, no outside doors or anything like that.
No doors or windows?
No.
Okay, officer's phone on door now.
Okay, yeah, I see him.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. We had to take a quick little break. Our little one woke up, and
Had to get him back to bed.
yeah, as kids do. So yeah, we left off with the ending of the 911 call. So pretty much from what, the 20th? When did they call? Last Thursday, right?
Last Thursday morning. Let me see. Let me look it up.
Let's get like a timeline going here.
Okay, so yeah, they called last Thursday, which was the 18th. They said that he was last seen on the 17th at 9 p.m. That was the last time that they saw him.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, so the 17th, and then 2 days ago was the 25th, or 3 days. Well,
no.
it'd be 2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago, yes.
Well, this is
The
uploaded on the
27th.
24th. So we're talking 7 days. Well, let's say like 6 days. So it took 6 days for the Crystal Lake Police Department, along with the FBI, to figure this all out. But the timeline basically is the 911 call happened.
Yep.
Police arrived. They confiscate his phone. Like, above all, the cops know that DCFS has been called like 1,000 times already.
Yeah, there's 17 reports from 2015 to 2016.
Yep.
Alone in that 1 year.
So like they kind of just like, all right, we're confiscating like your personal belongings, whatnot, and like it's like you're not under arrest, but you might as well get a lawyer because clearly we're gonna question you. So the dad didn't get a lawyer, the mom fucking got a lawyer. And then it was just kind of like the cops just doing their due diligence, just going through the steps. You have like a formula basically of every crime. And it's like a checks and balances. Like you do this, or like not a checks and balances. Like I don't know what the hell you call those charts where it's like, is it broken? Yes or no? And then it keeps them just going to the next box. But basically they're just doing that. Like is he here? No, he's not here. Is he here? No. Okay, check this. Check. So they found on the phone records that they had gone to this private residence in Woodstock, which is just like
7 miles away from their home.
Yeah, because people aren't like if they're not local to us, like Crystal Lake and Woodstock are just like 2 towns over. So it's 7 miles is nothing. And they're like, hey man, like you've been here a couple times, and you were there just a few nights ago. So what's up with that? The guy's like, don't know. Wife's like, don't know, or mom's like, don't know. And then eventually, I don't know who, but one of them.
Yeah, we don't know who ratted out who and who told the truth, but they pretty much confessed to murdering their 5-year-old son.
Yeah, honestly, they would have found the body regardless. They're just good like that. And I truly believe that they probably solved the case within like the first day. They just had to.
Probably within the first 48 hours.
Yeah, like they just had to do like the normal steps that you take to do it properly, so that all the avenues are done. So you do it according to the law. So when you get to court, there's no like the cops made this mistake, they did this, and we did everything by the book because they probably realized 10 minutes in it's like, hey guys, like the parents did it, they're not going anywhere. We just got to figure it out. Like we have all the time in the world, as long as they're around, we're gonna get them. And yeah, again, people like just talking shit. Like you got to think of if you were a parent, how you'd feel if people talked about you that way. It's like, yeah. Also, I don't kill my own children.
Yeah. We don't murder our sons.
So yeah, they had found, Jesus Christ, they found the body. I'm just gonna play the audio here. I don't know what they talk about really, but
it's the press conference from. It's just them pretty much telling us the results of the whole case.
Yeah, I think I'll just play up to the point where they kind of just announced that they had found.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for coming here today. I apologize for the delay as we were just finalizing some of the details that we wanted to release today. My name is Jim Black. I'm the Chief of Police for the City of Crystal Lake. I know you've all been following this case over the last 6 days as events have unfolded. I have a brief statement prepared, and I will not be taking any questions as this is still an active and ongoing investigation, and we are still reviewing and processing evidence at this time. Special Agent in charge of the FBI office, Jeff Salette, is here with me today. He will be giving a brief statement when I conclude my briefing. It is with heavy heart that the Crystal Lake Police Department reports that we have located what we believe to be the body of Andrew A.J. Friend earlier this morning. During the overnight hours, investigators with the Crystal Lake Police Department and the FBI interviewed both the mother, Joanne Cunningham, and the father, Andrew Friend Sr., after information was obtained through a forensic analysis of cell phone data. Once presented with the evidence obtained by investigators, both Joanne and Andrew Sr. provided information that ultimately led to the recovery, what we believe is the recovery of deceased subject AJ. Investigators located what they believe to be AJ's body, buried in a shallow grave wrapped in plastic in a remote area of Woodstock, Illinois. The McHenry County Coroner's Office is on scene with the FBI Evidence Recovery Unit right now as we speak.
So at this point, like, this is what, Wednesday afternoon,
Yeah.
at 1 o'clock. Like I want to cry right now because this is fucking horrific. But like, these cops and FBI, like, they're just doing their jobs, and like, you have to imagine to be put in their shoes. Like, the first person, like, okay, search the whole property and all, and like, you see obviously a bunch of grass, and then you see like a little spot that's not grass, and like, because these people are fucking meth heads and heroin addicts, like, not even jokingly, like, they literally are.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean.
Like the mom who's pregnant is on heroin currently. So it's like just a matter of finding it. So it's like I actually can't even imagine.
No. No. It's
Like opening, like digging into, and like, how do you dig into a hole? My biggest thing, and just because it has to be said, like, how do you shovel that? Because what happens if you hit? Like, I couldn't hit a body regardless of age or anything with a fucking shovel, and it just being like, it sticks in, and that's just.
And it's like, oh.
But now
we
it's
hit
also
something.
a 5-year-old kid, and
Yep.
like, you're just doing your job,
Wrapped in plastic.
and it's like, yeah, like in like a fucking Glad garbage bag, like it's an animal. You know, like when we buried our cat, I didn't know, like no box or nothing. So I was like, just get a bag. Like, that's like the best thing. Just get a bag and we'll put him in there. And like, I dug like a 5-foot freaking deep hole.
Yeah, it was a pretty big hole.
I remember I took like a good hour digging this hole. I was super late to work, and like, these people fucking killed their little kid. Oh, we should go over like how they did it.
Yeah.
Really.
So the next day, so this would have been Thursday. The coroner released how he was killed. So the parents confessed to putting the little boy, AJ, in a cold shower for an extended period of time, and they also beat him. I don't know if it was during his shower or after his shower, but he pretty much died from a brain injury because he just was hit in the head so many times.
Yeah, I'm literally gonna cry. It fucking breaks my heart. It's like, I could just.
How can you
My kids scrape their knees and they fucking scream and they run for like comfort, and you just open up your arms and you give them that hug and you just like let them know, no matter how much it hurts or doesn't hurt.
Oh, that's the cat.
No matter how much it hurts, like, it's just, you gotta console them. So it's like, I've been in situations.
Oh God, I can't.
I've been in situations where like I feel so helpless. You know,
No, I can't even think
like
about
when
it.
I was like 15, not 15, like 13, I got robbed by a couple of friends actually. And like, it's kind of overwhelming. Like, you're stuck in a situation like you can't get out of, and like, it's just very hard. It's like 5 years old, and like, you're just screaming, like literally, like, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna just hold no punches back on the things that I want to say here. And like, literally, that kid fucking was screaming bloody murder, yelling at his parents to just stop. Like, you just know, like, no kid's just gonna be cool just getting beat. Like, if you're beat
No.
enough to die, like, they're wailing on you, like, with objects, with things, like, just beating the fuck out of him.
Oh,
And
God.
they said he was autistic and everything, but like, even the worst autistic person in the world,
I don't think he was autistic.
they said that.
When? I haven't read anything about that.
Well, maybe the second kid, was he a boy?
Yeah.
Okay,
but-
the second kid that's still alive. But regardless, one of their kids was autistic, and that's like why they said like they had this. It's like a psychological phenomenon. When you take care of a child that has a disability, you get like very aggressive towards them, like they've robbed you of something, you know. Don't know where it comes from, but it just exists. I mean, it's the human psychology there. But like, it's ridiculous to think of, like, literally torturing.
Yeah.
It's not even like, regardless of murder, it's torture. It's just pure fucking torture.
And not only that, like,
And it's a kid
there was reports of him telling a doctor, like a while back, he had to go to the ER for something, or his mom had to go to the ER, and they noticed bruises on him, and he said something along the lines like, "Oh, mommy might have hit me with the belts. You know, she didn't mean to hurt me." And like, you could see in some of his pictures, like, he's got bruises all over his body, and he's missing sections of his hair, and like,
yeah, no,
his
it's like,
teeth were like rotten because there's just no care for your children at that point. And it's just so sad because so many people fight to have children, to adopt children, and then these people just go and reproduce, and it's just like they don't have that right. They shouldn't have that right.
At all. It literally blows my mind that we put down animals for biting other animals. Like, oh, your dog bit my fucking dog. Guess what, police? Get over here now. We need to take care of this. And the police are like, cool, man, you got to put your dog down or we're going to fine you $1,000.
Like, why can't we do that with people?
Yeah, no, like it's not shitty at all to think. It's not bad. I know it's negative, but you know what? We should not be naive enough to think that people are not broken.
No.
And there's too many people around, and it's okay to accept that not everybody's going to be the greatest, you know. I mean, like we talked about last week, the friend of ours who her ex-husband was like into the child porn and stuff, you know, sharing photos and everything. It's like some people are broken, and we can accept that, and we just end them. Like, sorry to say it, but the whole thing with the kid didn't happen in a day.
No.
It was from the day he was born. They did nothing.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, he was born with.
He was born with fucking opioids in the system, and it's like we watched a little mini documentary. I don't even know if it was a documentary. It was just like a tidbit about that, and like there's a nurse who just like her specialty at this hospital, wherever it was.
Yeah, it was in.
Was it Rush? It wasn't
No,
Chicago.
no, it wasn't in Chicago. I think it was in New York.
Yeah, it was just like a well-known hospital, and they had upwards of like 300 cases, 300 babies a year.
Yeah.
That were born addicted to heroin.
Yep, and then they had to literally have the babies like withdraw.
Yeah, they were giving fucking methadone to newborn babies just so they'll live, or else you just kill their nervous system.
Yeah, that's just.
Well, like honestly, I think eye for an eye makes the whole world go blind. Yes, we can agree on that, but that's in the grand scheme of things. Something like now. As evil as it is, I would love to just like almost like if there was a higher being, if there was if there was an ultimate, moment of truth for people, I would love for them to get every single thing that they've done to that kid.
Yeah.
But like extrapolate that into their adults. So do what they did to him, but then also add the fact that they're adults, so enhance it. So it's like you put him in a cold shower, colder shower. Hit him this hard, hit him that much harder.
Even harder.
It's like every fucking thing they did, they like. It was so funny. I'll eventually get it where I can pull up pictures and everything on the screen, and I get more scenes going here with my software. But like the McHenry County Jail where they went.
Yep, where they're going to be.
They had pictures like in the windows of their cells, like "Rest in peace, AJ," and like they were like putting all these signs up for AJ and everything. Like that dude, if he's not dead, like he has to literally be in protective custody or like solitary confinement.
Oh, yeah, because he's gonna get gonna get killed.
Look what they did to Jeffrey Dahmer 20 years ago when the dude ate people, and they were like generally consenting adults. I don't think maybe a one or two, but I don't think many were like, and they weren't 5-year-olds. They're like 15, whatever. But the point is, they caved that fucking dude's head in with like the weight set. So it's like honestly, just and if I was a guard, I wouldn't care. Like I don't get paid enough to give a shit. Like I'm gonna turn around and be like, guys, I'm gonna go take a piss. Literally, I gotta go take a piss, and I just like don't say anything, but just wink it or something hey, like dude's over there by himself. I'm going to the bathroom, over there where no one can see me. Going over there,
where
guys.
I can't see anything that happens to go on.
Oh shit! I dropped my nightstick and my back's really sore. I gotta go pee real quick, guys. Can you make sure you don't touch that? I'd hate to have anything happen to it. Like, or here's my knife. Just give him a pocket knife.
Not only
the sad
that,
part is, the sad part is, at least for now, is the jail that he's in, because it's just a holding jail. He's with the general population of people who've like had warrants out for like traffic violations and like people that have been arrested for domestic violence. Anybody who goes to jail for more than like a year, they go to prison, and that's not a prison. It's just a jail. So it's like there's probably not gonna be too many hardcore motherfuckers in there, but when he gets to prison, because there's no way you're not going to prison.
Oh, yeah,
you can't plead insanity, like, at all.
No.
And if you do, hey, guess what, man? You're 60 years old, you're still going to jail.
Yeah,
we don't even care. Like, honestly, how do you can't get a lawyer. Like,
5 charges of murder.
Yeah, and he only murdered one person. How is that?
Yeah.
I'd be like, dude, and you fucking that 911 call is another charge. Like every single lie you told is just another charge. And like if I was the judge, I'd be like, yeah, 5,000 years for every single charge, like literally, and like no parole, no nothing. It's
Well-
like when you're dead and reincarnated in 100 years, like that
Like, yeah,
person's
no.
gonna serve jail time, dude.
Yeah. And like the only thing saving the mom right now is the fact that she's 7 months pregnant.
Nah, even then, what they're gonna do is they're gonna put her into a padded room, or even like they'll lock her in a hospital bed. The second she has that kid, they're gonna rip it from her,
Yep.
and she's going to the big house.
Yep. And they
They
better.
won't even fuck around. And like, well, multiple things. Obviously, you're going to jail, so you can't take care of a kid. But you fucking killed a kid, so you don't
Yeah,
deserve to
your
take
own
care.
freaking flesh and blood.
I'm sorry, but you don't like if you murder your child, you don't deserve to then
Birth another child and keep your child.
yeah, like
That's
you-
not no.
No, like if let's say like you accidentally like there was a video a few years back where this little boy it wasn't like a video but it happened and then the mom had like did like a video at home, you know, whatever about it. But he got his neck wrapped around the cord in the blinds and like she had like 6 kids. So he died. And she just like continued to raise the other 5 kids and she felt like guilty and all. It's like, hey, like it sucks and that was an accident. It's okay. But you didn't just like
Murder
literally,
him.
yeah. There's a difference between accidental or manslaughter, if you will, versus actually killing somebody.
Yep. Murder.
No, like if it wasn't for the fact that I feel like it would be not genuine, I'd be bawling my eyes out right now.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be like, I'm crying and I feel so bad. You know, I hate taking, you know, other people's spotlights. Like I see it a lot with celebrities and stuff. And I'll say faux celebrities. Let's say like people that I know that I grew up with that have like 1,000 followers. They'll be like, yo, fucking happy birthday, Eminem. Holla at your boy. And it's like, you don't give a shit about Eminem. You just wanted to add him so everybody sees that you added him and that you said happy birthday to him, you know. Like, fuck, who died? Somebody died recently. Within the last, like, year. I can't say too recently. But somebody died and, like, 5 really well-known people with, like, millions upon millions of subscribers or followers on Twitter, they all were, like posting like selfie pictures, like good looking selfie pictures, being like, I'm so sorry for this person dying, like rest in peace. Like, what the fuck? Like that's a picture of you at a beach. Like, how does that have anything to do with this person's death? It's like it wasn't a picture of the person. It wasn't like it was just like you, or like when people post like pictures with Coach. It's the same thing. It's like so not genuine. It's like you don't fucking care. Like you just want you want a reason to be vain and get away with it. You know.
That kind of reminded me of the fact that
Okay, sorry to cut you off, but Keith, Kenyatta, the dude that I want to get in here, he didn't release any music or even sell beats the week that some guy died, and he's like, just out of respect, like I know I'm a nobody, but I still don't want to release anything, like just like keep on the down low. And I was like, dude, I respect that a lot because there's some people right now that are like Snapchatting like 24/7, like, my fucking dude died. And like smoking blunts and everything, it's like, yeah, but again, it's not about them, it's about
right.
you.
It's So I was gonna say that reminded me of AJ's mom, Joanne Cunningham. She doesn't even deserve that title of a mom. Joanne Cunningham. She cried at the hearing during court, but she faked cried on Good Morning America, pleading for her son to come home. Like there was no tears in her eyes, but there was tears in her eyes. She was like bawling her eyes out at court.
Yeah, so
because she got caught.
no, right. So you're not upset. I mean, you were fake upset when it's like my baby's gone, but then it's like, oh shit, I'm
Like
going
I have
to jail.
a $5 million bond
Yeah, they don't have $500,000
each.
Yeah, they probably have like 13 cents to their name.
Yeah, it's
And like, you know what? Because people are so shitty, and I'm not even gonna look into it, but I bet you there's like a GoFundMe for them, being like, we get it because it's the drugs, it's not them personally. Like, no, honestly, as a former addict, drugs just enhance your character inside. They don't make you anything you don't want to be. I truly believe people do what they want to do, and they don't do any more or any less. And if anybody tells you differently, they're fucking lying. That's just the truth.
Yeah.
When I want to hang out with my friends, and I was like, yeah, for sure, bro, and like it doesn't happen, on either end, one of those people didn't truly want that to happen. Just like this. Hey, where's everybody at? Hi, guys.
Hello.
You know, not to be a dick or anything, but
Where are you at?
Everybody that was super excited about this, I can't seem to find them when I go looking. So, and it's no shade to them. We all have our lives and everything, and I'm still gonna do it. I still want to be, consistent with this. Like pipe dream in here, because I'm just gonna do this forever now. I love it so much. Actually, no, we're gonna completely divert that thought. I'll talk about that more off air, because it's like financial. So, yeah, I really want to look into that family from the milk pail that the mom like shanked the shit out of him.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Did I not talk about that last week?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah. Okay, so when I had my Mustang, my first Mustang, I had not spoken to my uncle in probably like 4 years.
Oh, yeah. No, you never talked about that.
Maybe more. Because he got a warrant here in Illinois, and he was going to go to like the big house for a long time. So him and his wife and his 2 kids packed their shit and moved to Georgia. Both him and his wife started with a heroin addiction. Like they had a heroin addiction down there. Sorry that I'm giving away personal information. I don't really care. Fuck everybody. Had a heroin addiction, so he got popped and all. So like when he came back, he went like to jail. So after he was out of jail, he hit me up and he's like, "Hey man, I need like a ride, whatever." I'm like, "You know what, dude? Like, that's cool. I really don't mind." I hadn't seen him in a long time, and I kind of wanted an excuse to drive around my '87 Mustang. So I go and I pick him up from this gas station, not a gas station, liquor store in Elgin. And Elgin is like the south side of Chicago, at least this part that I was in. So I'm at this freaking liquor store, and I remember this, like, I hate to say the word because you can't prove it, but, like, for sure this lady was a crackhead. And she was trying to, like, get a ride and, like, get in my car when he got in the car. And I'm like, no, like, right. And, like, she's like, can I use your phone? I'm like, I don't have one. And, like, this was still about, like, 2011, I want to say. So, like, it would be, like, reasonable for somebody not to have a phone yet. And, like, I think, actually, I only had an AT&T, like, text as you go. Like, for, like, $20 a month,
Yeah.
I could have unlimited texting. So, I was like, I don't want to talk on the phone. I'll just text everybody. So, yeah, it was, like, just really awkward. Well, anyways, I was going to pick up my buddies who will be regulars here. And they were coming from, like, Indiana, so their aunt dropped them off of the tollway. And, like, right off the tollway is this place called the Milk Pail. And the Milk Pail, unbeknownst to me, was a place where my uncle supposedly, or allegedly, I would rather say, they allegedly saw a mother stab the shit out of her kids in the car while him and his friends were, like, smoking weed. He says that they weren't, but, like, what are teenagers doing in their, like, parked car in a broad daylight, like, in the middle of a parking lot of a place that's only open on the weekends? So, anyways, so we pull up to the Milk Pail, and he starts having, like, a PTSD moment on me, and he's like, oh, man, like, I don't fucking like being here, like, you should have said that, like, I would have, like, not came, like, I'm like, oh, dude, like, I didn't know, I don't want to upset you or anything, and he's just like, oh, we just gotta make this quick, and, like, he literally pulls up his pant leg and pulls out a stub-nosed, like, sawed-off, custom homemade fucking 6-shooter. And I'm just like, dude, like, seriously? It's like, yeah, I fucking picked it up from Rockford for $25 after I got out. So he, like, pretty much got out of jail, went to Rockford, picked up a gun, and then came back. And, like, he was going to pretty much, like, kill the dude that got him busted up here. And I'm like, all right, man, have fun with that. But, like, he legit was, like, ready to use his gun at the Milk Pail if anything went down.
What the heck? Yeah, I don't know this story at all.
Yeah, so, like, it was just awkward. I'm like, again, 19 at the time. I'm just like, are you fucking serious?
Like you
have a fucking gun in my car. The 2 people in the back seat are not okay with this at all.
Oh my god!
Like,
I can just picture them like
freaking the fuck
yeah,
out. Like,
yeah.
But because they don't say anything.
Yeah, no, they're like the most quietest people you'll.
It's like they're freaking out internally, which is way worse. It's like having an anxiety or panic attack.
You know what's going on.
And, like, I'm so good at reading people that, like, just the atmosphere, if people's attitudes change, like, I'll feel it.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, fuck, like, somebody's really uncomfortable in this car.
Uh-huh.
So we pretty much took him, like, after all that, we took him back to stay with his kid at his grandma's house. But, yeah, like, I don't know, like, how to look that up. Like, Milk Pail stabbing? I don't know.
What?
I can maybe try. Ale. Sorry.
Yeah, see, I don't think that's it.
No, because Barb had like the newspaper clipping for it.
Hitchhiker, maybe? That's 2004. Or, I mean, when did this happen?
Well, he was like 13.
Yeah.
I know I pulled it up years ago. It's such a hard, like, you have to be so specific about
Right,
it.
yeah, because you don't really know what you're looking for.
Yeah, it's like woman stabs kids.
What?
Elgin woman stabs kids.
Yeah, these are all newer. 1993.
Tape of teen describes killing of parents. Fuck no, bro.
Why a man who beheaded mom in 2003?
Jesus Christ. Oh, you know that donut dude? His
Yeah.
daughter was in I think maybe that's what it was. His daughter was in a school shooting.
Oh,
So maybe that's why he
shoot.
retired, but...
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Kids.
This is 2009, but... No, this is way down south. God damn it.
No, but...
2000... It seems like it,
Yeah, this is a Champaign, Illinois.
fucking sick. Okay, fuck. I fucked up again. I have hotkeys set up for recording for other like for doing games and stuff, like on my mouse. So if I touch a certain button, it'll just stop recording.
You
And
want to, like, change that?
No, I'm not gonna change it now because I
Well,
just...
then I just don't touch the computer.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna like go back and forth with the mouse. No, we should be good. I mean, we're okay. The encoder and stuff that was kind of hiccuping earlier, but it seems like it's doing good now. Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous of me. I apologize.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, you know what though? We're learning.
we're newbies.
Yep. I think it's going well so far. I like the audio quality a lot. I think that, comes out well. Well, I guess we can get into music since we pretty much covered.
The whole AJ story.
Yeah. We can talk about our kitty who's like literally been staring.
At the stink bug. There he is. He's a pretty cool cat.
I should have moved the cameras the other way.
Oh, there he is.
Hi,
You
buddy.
see him.
Oh, jeez.
What do you see? Shadow, what is that?
So there's this radio station I listen to at work every day because I'm kind of forced to, and they have this A to Z challenge. I don't even know how it works. It makes literally no sense to me because they don't explain the rules. They're just like, it's the A to Z challenge. You pick our secret artist between any letter between A and Z, and it's just like somebody will call up and like, what's the mystery artist? Like, dancing? Like, nope. Okay, it's closer to the letter G or something weird like that. And then people just literally call in like 4 times a day for days on end, and they just keep on guessing until and it goes up I think $100 every time. So like today it was like $2,800, and this guy is just like
called.
no, I mean, just I guess shoot in the dark, but I don't know these. It's not like the morning one. The morning
Yeah.
is guess this song in in 30
Yeah, but
the
still,
7
that's a lot
song
of money.
challenge in 30 seconds. When that's like nothing, I think you get like concert tickets for that. But it's like just call up, name a random ass name between like the rules that they fit. So it's like if you pay attention every day, I guess you could pinpoint it. But then it's just a letter, and it's not like okay, you got the first letter. No, just the first letter of the band, and you just have to guess. And it's not even like, oh, we played that song at this time. Like, no, just like, yeah, just of the music in the genre that we play.
What is the band?
Yeah. So it's like, it could be like R. Okay? I can think of like 15 band names with
Yeah.
R. L. I mean, like, just name a letter. I can just name all the bands. So it's pretty much just, and then I guess even like, let's say like, it's, oh, M. Yeah, that's the right letter. Cool.
Yep.
Okay, well then, now figure out the band. But to win that kind of money would be ridiculous.
That would be nice.
See, the 7 song challenge I'm good at. I've always been really good at just like, and I want to do it on here too. I'll have to try to figure out a creative way to do it, and we'll do it more when we have like guests and stuff. But I want to do the challenge, like the 1 second song challenge, which is like you listen to the
Oh,
1
yeah,
second
I
of
love
the song,
those.
and like obviously some music is just way too obscure to even be considered. But we'll just take like generally like famous like airplay songs, radio songs. But they do the same thing, and like every morning, I can guess it pretty well. And like they generally actually go for multiple mornings, so it'll be like the same like 4 songs. Everybody will guess it, and they can't get past that. And then, like every day, one more person will get like the next one. And so it's like every other day they'll get that. But basically, it's 7 songs in 30 seconds, and they'll like just play the song out until you guess it. And then when you guess it, the timer stops, and then they like will talk, and then they'll play the next song. Timer starts obviously again. So you get in like a minute and a half, depending on like the banter and whatnot. But it's just easy because like every day it's just like this song, this song, this song. I just know them all because they play the same like 35 songs over and over. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's more like 300 songs. I've kind of been keeping like a weird collective number in my head of how many actual songs repeat on this station.
A lot, probably. I mean, look at all the other like pop.
I mean, no, but see, like pop is like 35 songs.
Yeah, that's not that many.
No, but like this station, it's the Drive. They probably rotate about 300 songs.
Nice.
And this station, unlike the other one that we used to listen to that's now defunct, they used to play Centerfold every goddamn day, and this new one plays it like they play it like twice this week. And one of the times I was in the bathroom taking a shit, so it's like,
Oh my god.
well, I mean, I just was. So it's like I heard it.
was.
Well, I'm not gonna like water and sugarcoat my sayings.
You could have just said I was in the bathroom
No, that's okay.
doing my business.
No, it's okay. I was just pooping. I was taking a dump, making a brown, whatever.
Log cabin.
Yeah, I was building a log cabin, taking the Browns to the Super Bowl. Anyways, the way we have like our bathroom set up is it's like office style bathrooms inside of the warehouse where we work. So the ceiling is all legit, but then above the ceiling is just an open space where they like run the piping and like the wires and stuff. So the open space is obviously into the warehouse. Like we have speakers and everything around for our stereo system that we have. And it's just funny because like you'll hear it off in the distance. So it's kind of like, oh shit, my song's starting. Like you gotta hurry up. Like and then you'll get out there and like there's like 10 seconds left of the song. It's just like, god damn it. And then the next like 15 songs are just garbage, or the 15 before it were garbage. It's like the one time I had to go to the bathroom, I had to like miss my favorite song ever. It's ridiculous.
You couldn't hear it from the bathroom?
No, because it's like off in the distance.
Oh my
It's
god.
like so off in the distance because obviously there's like thickness to the ceiling.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's not like my work where you hear it.
No, they put speakers in there because they're respectful and they don't want people to have like bathroom sounds. Like in Japan, and probably not Japan, but Asia somewhere, probably Japan. They actually have like courtesy noises. It'll be like people like "Wah!" while you're like taking a poop. Yeah, so it's like, I mean, probably not, but I mean that's what I would want. Just like somebody yelling, because like I'd rather have any noise,
Yeah.
any noise. It's kind of like when you're at like a party or something. Like I have to shit really bad, so you just like run the shower. It's like that's not awkward or anything, right?
No.
But then like you get out and like, okay, what happened when you had to take a shower at a party? Why are you showering at a party?
Okay, so when I used to work at Hackney's, one of the bartenders, Bev, you would always knew that she took a poop because she would light a match, like before, and like he would, or like after. I don't know.
Okay,
Either
most people
before
do,
or
yeah,
after.
most people do after.
But like, it was just weird because like you knew like, oh, she lit a match, she pooped.
Yeah, it's like the only person. Yeah, it's like if I washed my hands with my soap. It's like, oh, well, Nick was in here because he used his soap. It's like, hey, lady, it's a little messed up, because like nobody else does that.
All right, it's
like your
we
calling
know.
card.
Yeah,
it's
like
your calling card.
yeah, we know that you were just taking a poop.
Jesus Christ.
And like she would hide the toilet paper in that one stall.
Why?
Because that was her stall. And like nobody else was allowed to use it.
Did she have it like locked or something?
No, but it was just like so dumb. Like no, you cannot claim a public bathroom stall. Like that's not okay.
Yeah, like my third day at work, some guy walks up to me like, hey, you got that Kia Soul out there? I'm like, yeah, I do actually, man. What's up? I'm Nick. Nice to meet you. She like didn't even say his name or anything. Cause I'm a condescending dickhead to people like that. So I'm like I blatantly like, yeah, I'm Nick, man. What's up? Nice to meet you. And he's like, yeah, you're parking on my spot, man. So it's like just so you know for tomorrow not to do that. I'm just like, oh shit, do we have assigned parking? It's like no, but we just have like this unwritten, like everybody has their own spots. But he's kind of being like a jerk to me about it. So I was like, yeah, no problem, man. But like you don't have to be a dick about it. Like. Well, I said jerk. I was like, you don't have to be a jerk about it, I was like, kind of unfair. Like, you don't know me. Like, I don't even know you. I didn't know that you had your spot there. Like, your car wasn't there the past 2 days. I've been parking there.
I would have just been like, oh, we don't have assigned parking, so I can park wherever I want.
No, I mean, if somebody wants to park where they've been parking, that's cool. But also, like, walk up and be like, hey, man, I know you're new. You don't know anything. Like, we don't have assigned parking, but we just like to park in these specific spots.
Yeah.
Like, fucking
No.
awesome, cool. But because people are like, hey, man, did you know you're in my spot? Like,
No, dude.
no, I didn't.
Didn't,
I can't read your
actually.
fucking mind. I'm not a genius.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're Einstein, dude.
Okay, so I wanna talk about this one table that I had yesterday. So, if any of you don't know, I'm a server, and I deal with people on a daily basis. So, I had this one table. It was 3 nerdy guys. So, you already know why they were out and about.
Oh shit, they were ready to get laid.
They were by
okay.
each other, maybe.
No, that's so homophobic.
Okay, but
they were clearly gonna like go butt hug each other at Endgame.
Yes, like.
Because the movie theater is in like the same parking lot
Yeah.
as Red Lobster, basically. It's just like a mall complex.
Yeah. Anyways, so I'm like, okay, there's younger dudes,
No,
whatever. What? And 2 of them order the live Maine lobsters. Granted, they're $35.
Like, hey guys, like, this isn't McDonald's.
So, fine, whatever. I told them, I was like, hey, like it's gonna take like about 30 minutes to cook them. Is that okay with you? They're like, yeah, whatever. They were really nice, like overly nice, like and very awkward.
Yeah, because they have no social skills.
Exactly. So,
which is okay. That happens.
their bill was $134
Sure.
for the 3 of them.
Yeah.
And the one guy, he's like, oh, here you go, ma'am. It's $136. That's including the tip. And I just like looked at him, and I was just like, really? And then I just walked away.
Wait, what'd you say it was?
$134 and some change.
Okay, so here's the deal. Do not be upset with them. They are most likely autistic, and they're out out and about in the neighborhood. And I've seen Jess do that kind of. Not that he would tip that poorly, but it's just a trait where it's a part of the awkwardness.
But I was just like, what? Like, I really wanted to say something to them.
Nah,
really wanted to be like, look, did your parents not teach you
no, they
how
didn't.
to
They
tip?
didn't. No.
And like, I wanted to be like, look, do you see on this receipt it tells you the suggested tip amount?
Yeah, see that no, people don't know.
And
That's
like,
common sense, babe.
I
People
just
don't have
wanted to it just blew my mind that they thought it was okay to leave me $1.
But in their mind, it is okay. Like, that's the problem. Is there some people out there that blatantly don't tip you and they know they're doing something bad?
And like, I wanted to ask them, like, do you have a job? Like, would you be okay getting paid $1 for an hour that you just worked for? No,
They don't have
nobody would
jobs.
be okay with getting $1 an hour.
They don't have jobs. That's the thing.
But then how do they get $140 for their meals? How? And for the stupid tickets for the stupid movie.
Their parents. Because their parents broke them like that.
I just don't understand. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, how can you be that ignorant? It just, I don't know. It bothers me so much that people don't know how to tip.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, like there's the group that blatantly do it on purpose, and I hate them. And there's the group that does it because they don't know what they're doing. I don't hate them, but it's just like, I feel because nobody wants to be told what to do, if you were to present them with, like, hey, you're doing this all wrong, let me teach you, they'd be like, no, fuck you. Like, they just go to, because when people don't understand stuff, instead of going, please enlighten me and teach me, that's like, fuck you, I'm frustrated, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I really wanted to be like, you owe me like $29 more.
I mean, honestly, I'm probably like, hey, like, you know, you're $29 short.
Yeah, from the tip.
I wouldn't have
The
said
whole
tip. No,
bill.
no, I would just been like, the bill was $29 short, guys. Like, I literally would have
You don't
counted.
know how to
was
count.
it cash?
Yeah. Yes, it
I'd
was
be like,
all
yeah,
cash.
I'd be like, yeah, you know, you're about $30 short, and I just been like, it's their mistake. Like, I don't care how many times you counted it. No, but like, the older I get, I feel like when you're young, you have a lot of people in your life that you know intimately, you know, and then like the older you get, the fewer and far between that is. I kind of feel like the opposite way. Or the older I get, I broaden my horizons in like what I do. So it's like I know more people than ever now, and I just see that's a trait in a lot of them, and
Yeah.
it's just their parents. Like literally, like it's no fault of their own. They don't understand things because our school system doesn't teach how to live life, and your parents don't teach you how to live life because their parents most likely didn't teach life. It's like idiocracy. It's kind of sad to say, but for the most part, most families just are kind of just, you know, like I don't know, like a monorail. They're just in one direction for tomorrow, for tomorrow, for tomorrow. But I mean,
Yeah.
obviously living for today. And there's just no end in sight, and everything's just peachy the way it is. It might suck, it might not, but they're totally cool with whatever they have. So, I
That
mean,
is totally like. It just
like
ruined my day.
ignorance is really bliss, and like it sucks that it affects you and it affects our family. Obviously, it's money, you know that. But again, like you gotta feel for them because it's not their fault. Like you gotta feel like, and the cool part is about reading people. You can tell when like they do it maliciously or not.
Yeah.
Like especially like
Right. No,
because there's sometimes like I'm not a server, but like I hear the stories and just by hearing it and I get like an idea of what the people are like when they're super nice and they leave you like 10 cents and you're like, just like some of the stories would be like, oh, they seem like they were like more or less like struggling, or they just like they're out and about and enjoying the night. They didn't realize it. Like the one guy that actually came back and paid, but then the other half, it's like, oh, they're being like super nice to like ease the blow. Kind of
Yeah.
like, you're my best friend while I'm punching you in the
Mhm.
face. Like, don't worry, you're my best friend. It's like, it doesn't make it any easier
Yeah.
for me because, like, I can't take your kindness home. with
right.
me.
No, like you're.
I'd rather you be the biggest asshole and be super demanding and make my life hell and leave me what it's worth than, like, be really nice to me and leave me nothing.
Yeah. Like I'm sorry, but your verbal compliments are not going to pay my bills.
No. Like, yeah, make me feel nice. But then if anything, like, because of that action, like, now I'm brought back down, you know. Like, negativity breeds negativity. Like, not to say that anyone is deserving of that, because we can't prove it.
Yeah.
But, like, you know what? It's kind of just, like, well-known fact that capitalism is what capitalism is, and there's no changing that. So it's like, we have to help our people out, you know.
yeah.
Just as we want McDonald's workers to be paid $15 an hour, we should make servers get, you know, about the same, a little bit more. So, you know, depending on where you work, obviously, you got to get paid what you actually work, you know. And it's kind of sad to say, but, like, I feel like the lower you are on the totem pole, the more work you do.
Yeah.
Like, literally, most people don't realize it. But, like, if it wasn't, like, my work, let's say, because it's ITW, and being such a large company, everybody has a role. So it's like there's a guy that does just the garbage, there's a guy that does just the floors, there's somebody who does, like, the coffee pot, like, somebody has a role for everything, you know. It's kind of like, I don't know where I'm getting at. Since everybody has a role, if one of those people weren't to do that, things would be so, like, let's say the garbage guy just stops doing the garbage. It's like garbage would pile up, things would get so chaotic, and everything would get messed up. That dude probably gets paid $11 an hour to do garbage all fucking day. Versus someone like myself who gets paid substantially more to be an electrical guy versus somebody as an engineer who does substantially like that point they do more mentally, but obviously like after being an engineer and once you get into management, it's kind of just like you guys are you just exist. Everybody
Yeah.
else does your fucking job for you. You just exist, and you
Pretty
get the most
much.
amount of money for it. Like take like did you say where you work?
I didn't, but you did.
No, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Should probably bleep that. So take the place where you used to work, where the management is just very shitty. And if it
God.
wasn't for the servers, like literally the place would fall. Like it's not even like one of those like without this place or without me this place would be nothing. Like no, without the collective few people that literally run that place, like it would just be nothing.
Yeah.
Let's say like 4 people quit tomorrow. I could see that place like having to shut down for a good week, or the store manager being fired or something like that.
It's just, I don't know. It's just so stressful, and people don't understand with the things that being a server, you don't even make half of minimum wage. Like,
I don't
there's
think people care though because everybody it's called collective group syndrome or something like that, or innocent bystander syndrome maybe. It's where like if somebody like you see somebody getting stabbed on a subway, for some reason we have this weird thing in us that says we can't help because somebody else might. So same exact principle.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
So same exact principle.
Right.
It's kind of fucked up, but it's just the truth. Like that's how it works, you know.
It's just it's a stressful job. But I love it.
Yeah.
I'd do it because I love it. I'd rather do that than any other jobs that I've had. Being in management, never would go back. No thanks.
So music, have you thought of rapper of the show?
Or is it the same as last time, like a song that changed your life? Or
No, I mean like it's just gonna be the same thing every episode. A song, like just music, like just something about music that whether it changed your life, like pretty much. I'm trying to figure out a way to describe it. Pretty much, I want people to broaden their horizons musically, so it's like just name something that you think people should be listening to and for what reason. Like, not that I'll bring it up this time, but let's say like Chuck by Sum 41 is like a true like heavy metal album, and it's one of my favorites, and I feel like it's very underrated, you know. So something like that where like it really stands out, and like it's something again like people don't know Sum 41 made metal music, you know. They just know their pop punk stuff.
right.
So it's like I can appreciate something like that because it's kind of my own, you know. So yeah, like whether it's a song, a band specifically, like a moment, like it's a concert or like just whatever. Because music, for some reason, seems to be the one thing that universally I have in common with everybody. And, like, I literally, like, I know that people exist out there that are just like, yeah, music does nothing for me. But for some reason, I've been so fortunate that I have not met one person that isn't like, oh yeah, music is my life. You know, even my family. Like, anybody I can talk to is like, everyone's just like, oh yeah, music is like every fucking thing. You know, if I had nothing, I need music, you know.
Yeah.
Like, above all, music is just, it speaks to everybody. Like, there's not one genre that can't, you know, fit whatever you need.
Right.
But I'll let you go first.
No, I want you to go first.
Okay, well, this week, I just want to talk about Jackie Vincent. He's a guitar player. He's a couple years older than us. And he's just something else, something very different. And these days, anybody can be a virtuoso. Anybody can shred and do some crazy guitar shit. But whether he's over 30 or just at 30, he has like this 80s style with modern technique, you know. So it's like, his first album, he had like Paul Gilbert, Michelangelo Badio, like all 80s guitarist guys, like 90s guitarist guys, as features on his stuff. And one specific song that I'm not going to play it. We're going to do that eventually when I can get like the audio level's good. What the hell? It's My Heart Is to Blame by Falling in Reverse. It was their second album, I do believe, that he did with them. And the guitar solo, above all, like just anything in the song, the fucking guitar solo is the most beautiful guitar solo I've ever heard besides his solo work. Just like something like this, the song is so like not metally, you know, and it's just more of like a poppy song. And then the solo hits, and it's just beautiful. Like it's just from start to finish. It's not that long by any means. But just like an overall just amazing solo, and I fucking like love it. Like anytime it comes on, I will like punch people in the face. Like the guy's like, "Shut the fuck up! I need to listen to it." I'll repeat the song 1,000 times over just to hear like a crisp start to finish, no interruptions. You know.
Okay. Okay. So I figured out mine for this week. It would have to be. It was kind of a funny one. I mean. It's People Equal Shit by Slipknot.
Okay.
Slipknot was one of the first bands that I listened to that started my love for metal and, you know, like heavy music, because growing up I obviously was not raised around that, and growing up in a Hispanic household, you were kind of like told that that kind of music was the devil music. Especially my mom, she would always be like, "What are you listening to? You're listening to devil music, you know, you Satanist." And it wasn't like that for me. Slipknot and especially the song "People Equal Shit" had a big meaning to me at that time. I was like 13 years old, and I was just realizing, like, wow, like people in this world really do suck, you know, like how am I this unfortunate where so many unlucky things have happened to me, and it's because people are just awful.
Hmm. I think for you specifically, it's liberation. It's liberation in the sense of like you're told this is not good music for you. This is
Right.
you can't do this. And then like I think too, you mentioned like you had one of your friend's parents had listened to Slipknot. And that's how you had like heard of them.
Yeah.
And I think with that, it's like when you like see their joy, it's like they're like there's lack of judgment. You know, it's like oh we just like we love this music. It's amazing. And versus like when people are like oh can't do that. Like they'll lock it away. It just interests you more. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It totally made me feel like so like I could breathe and like
It's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
You
Like
know?
this is a part of who I am because
There's great liberation in finding your own personality.
yeah, exactly.
When you're told for so long to like this is how you be, you know.
And I never wanted to be like them, you know. I never wanted to grow up and listen to what they were listening to, and I never wanted to be like them at all. I hated everything about what they did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think like for them, like the music itself, not so much the music, but the music represents memories that aren't just fond. Like
No.
you don't their excessive partying while they made you watch like their kids. You know, it's like probably not the greatest of things, and so you don't associate like besides like say going to a live show with your dad now, you don't associate that kind of stuff with goodness
Yeah, no.
It's
It
like
just brings back so many bad memories.
for
So,
sure.
that's
why
why-
I fucking hate country music. My mom loves country music so much, and like I
Does
love
she really?
Oh yeah, my mom loves country music. I
Oh
fucking
my-
hate that shit so much. You know why? Because she plays it so much, and it's like I can't appreciate something that she appreciates.
Yeah, that's so weird. I never
Because
knew
in a
that about
way,
her.
like, I hate to say it, but like, my mom is here, and I'm like super way above her, and I always will be. And well, it's just it's life.
Yeah.
And I'd hate to be like
I mean, that's how I
condescending.
feel about my mother.
Yeah, like I hate to be condescending and all, and like I feel like the same. Like I'm here, my dad's like
Oh yeah.
like to the same degree, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I feel about my dad too. I feel like my dad's just the most like one of the wisest men that I know because he's just I don't know, he's taught me so much about life.
Mhm.
And he's just so strong, you know. So many things have happened to him and like it's just so crazy how one person can be so freaking strong.
I think the key is that time doesn't stop for anybody.
No, it doesn't.
Like realistically speaking, nothing that you can do about anything. Like especially like the past. What happened yesterday? It sucks. You gotta get over it. You know.
Yeah.
Like when someone's gonna tell me that they don't believe that they can get over things, like whether it's addiction or a hump or like a mental block. You know, like yeah, like you can. You literally
Yeah,
can.
you definitely
Like
can.
you just need to want it. You need to want to actually do it.
I mean,
And until you truly want it, nothing's gonna stop that.
like like my father went from having his wife and his kids, and then from one day just to, oh, you're a single dad, and you have this huge house, and now you have to pay for it, and can't really afford it, and now you're stuck with,
Oh shit! I was gonna say, no, you guys are at Garland. Nope, you're in the freaking goddamn 5-bedroom big house.
Yeah,
Fuck,
yeah.
that's ridiculous. All right, well let's wrap it up there. I think I want to put the family stuff on the back burner for a few episodes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a whole episode about your family, and then obviously about my family.
Yeah, I just want more, not to be like needy or anything. I just want more people to be invested in us when we're gonna be
Right.
opening up.
Yeah.
It's like why shoot your load all at the start? You know,
Yeah,
like it's like writing like an essay. You don't want to have all your cool points in the beginning and then it just travels on.
Yeah,
or
you gotta have a
drags on.
cliffhanger.
So yeah, until next time, guys. Appreciate this and Illinois Leatherworks as well as
Evil Intentions.
Evil Intentions Haunted House.
Go visit them.
Yeah, when the season comes, and hopefully by next episode I'll have a role for it. So yeah, appreciate everything and take it easy, guys.
Good night.